Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co host, Mr. James Miller and
Oh,
son.
yeah. Hello, how's everybody doing? Hold on one second. I've got a little something going on. I'll have to get back.
There it goes. There you
There it
go.
goes. Okay, it's the cat's water bowl, I guess, making that noise. But if it does it again, I'll have to get off but I'm glad everybody's listening and joining in to us. Before we get into this episode, I'll let Cool Beans do a shout out to our listeners.
Yes, I'd like to thank all those that came out to watch the live and those that come out and watch the replay. We thank y'all for that, for giving us your undivided attention. Also, we like for our audio show, we like to thank our cities like Brussels, Belgium, Grinzek Weiland, Germany, Boardman, Oregon, Ashburn, Virginia, and San Jose, California. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And like Bean said, I got my little boy here beside me. So if you hear a little noise besides what we just heard there, that wasn't
Yeah,
him.
because at first I thought that was him, and I said,
I
"Wait a
was like,
minute, that
well, I was
sounded
like,
loud. That like sound like a
I was
mic or
like,
something."
what in the world is that? And then I realized it's that my sister in law's got cats and it's their water bowl, so it must be getting low or something. I don't know, but yeah, we'll get right into this episode, and we'll start with the women's NBA.
Oh
And
yes.
there's all kinds, but I'll back up. We'll go to some games from Sunday um, that went on after our cat podcast Saturday night, and then we'll let Beans jump in on some stuff he want to talk about. But Sunday, you had the Sun beating the Storm 93-86. You had Jones with Connecticut had 26.6 boards, and then Lloyd for Seattle with 27 points and 3 steals. You had the Lynx 79 beating the Sky 74, and the Sky don't need to be losing no more if they want
Hmm.
to make it in. And then you had the Fever beating the Wings 100-93. And then backing up to that Sky game, Reese had 17 points, 19 boards, so she had a double double. She's doing her part to try to stay in the race. And then with the Fever and the Wings game, Fever 100, Wings 93. Mitchell for Indiana, talking about getting help besides Caitlin. Mitchell had 36 points and 6 boards. And then in the Wings, Ogon Bawowi, I don't know, I guess that's how you pronounce her name, 34 points and 8 boards.
You did a
So
very good job at it. I would go. That's what it is.
but and then you had the Aces and the Mercury. Aces won 97-79, and Wilson had 41 points and 17 boards, and then Griner had 24 points for Mercury. Um, and then the Dream and the Sparks. The Dream beat the Sparks 80-62. Charles for Atlanta had 23 and 10 boards, and Jackson had 13 points. There was no games as of yesterday, and there's a slate of games today. I'll go over those, and I'll let Beans jump in on what he wants to talk about with the women's NBA. Today, you've got playing at 7 p.m. starting out. You've got the Storm and the Sun. You've got Mystics and the Wings at 8. And here's a big one you done mentioned at 10 o'clock p.m. You got
Hmm.
the Sky and the Aces. And then at 10, you got the Dream and the Mercury. So I'll let you go ahead and dive into what you want to talk about here with the women's NBA.
Yeah, what I wanted to talk about is on them last two games. The Sky right now are sitting at the eighth seed, but from my predictions, it don't look like they are going to be making the playoffs.
Well, they're
They are
tied. They're tied right now.
they are tied. And here's the thing: tonight's games, the Aces may punish the Sky, and the Dream may beat the Mystics. And I'm gonna tell you why. Here's what the Dream has the one advantage over the Mercury right now. Diana Taurasi will not be playing in that game. She has reached her technical foul limit, and they said she was suspended for her next game, which the next game would be tonight. So she's not going to be playing tonight. So the Dream can actually beat the Mercury without Diana Taurasi, and the Sky has got like this impossible mission. Aja Wilson, her last game, 41 points, 17 boards. Yeah, I'm looking forward to punish the Sky. And then it's Kennedy Carter. She might not still be. She still may be out for the Dream for the Sky. So the last I know, she wasn't in the last game. So I'm not sure if she still may be out. And if she's still out, it's over. It's curtains.
That's it. And the thing is, right now, people probably get tired of hearing us talking about the Fever are on a roll.
Yep.
They're on a roll, and we mentioned that if they get on that roll, it's a team not to play. They're in the 6th seed right now. Probably going to finish there.
I think they will, but they still have a possibility of getting that 5th seed.
Man, we'll see what happens. Because they are two and a half games behind Seattle Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, the Sky and the Dream, Sky's probably going to fall out of that and finish just outside the playoff spot, most likely.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And but we'll see what happens there with that because we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Because there's only a week or so left of it.
Yeah, I'd say that. We're down to like 6 games left. The Fever play tomorrow. They have. I know the Fever have 6 games left. They play the Sparks tomorrow, so I'm thinking they're gonna win that one.
Let's see
They play
what.
at home. The Sparks at home.
Let's see Monday. What's it show? I brought up Tuesday the 10th. So the games are going that far out to Friday the 13th. So yeah, we got about another week and a half before I guess before the
Playoffs.
playoffs. I'm looking here. Yeah, I'd say about a week and a half, 2 weeks left before the playoffs start to kick in. So, but that's is that all you want to dive in on with the women's NBA?
And women's NBA, yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm currently watching them last few spots is what we're doing.
Yeah, because that top is pretty much locked. What you got, and we'll see right now where everybody's if the Dream, which we think will make it in, makes it. But I'll go over some baseball scores. We'll start from Sunday's game since, let me get something happen here with my computer. There we go. Sunday scores, you had the Braves and the Phillies, and then Braves just can't beat the Phillies for some reason. The Phillies beat the Braves Sunday 3-2.
Mm.
The Reds and the Brewers. The Reds beat the Brewers in 11, 4-3. And look at these next couple scores here, and this is something here. The Cubs pounded the Nationals 14-1.
Wow.
The Cardinals, you ready for this? The Cardinals pounded the Yankees 14-7. The Tigers beat the Red Sox Sunday 4-1. Guardians beat the Pirates 6-1. And then the Padres beat the Rays 4-3. The Astros beat the Royals 7-2. The Mets beat the White Sox 2-0. The Twins 4 over the Blue Jays it's 4-3. The Rangers beat the Athletics 6-4. The Orioles 6, Rockies 1. The Mariners 7, Giants 5, Angels 3, Mariners 2, and then the Diamondbacks pounded the Dodgers 14-3. So there was a lot of high scoring Sunday. And then yesterday on Labor Day, there was a slot of games, and the Brewers beat the Cardinals 9-3. The Orioles beat the White Sox 13-3. Guardians beat the Royals 4-2. The Reds beat the Astros 5-3. The Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 11-6. Padres beat the Tigers 3-0. The Twins beat the Rays 5-4. And the Athletics beat the Mariners 5-4. Mets beat the Red Sox 4-1. And the Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3. And then the Yankees beat the Rangers 8-4. And with that being said, with the standings here, we got them brought up. The Yankees are holding a half a game lead on the Orioles. Yankees are 80-58, and the Orioles are 80-59. Guardians still have a 3.5 game lead on the Twins. Houston still got a 6 game lead on the Mariners. And over in the National League in the East, the Braves have fell down to 7 games out behind the Phillies and then just a half a game in front of the Mets. So that's something to keep an eye on there.
Right.
Brewers got a 10 game lead on the Cubs, and the Dodgers still are holding on to a 5 game lead over the Padres in the West. So, and then let's check out these stats here to see how where Aaron Judge stands. And he is moving just a tad bit up. It's going to be close. Bobby Wilt Jr.'s got batting 338, and then Judd is at 326.
Wow.
So that's
Now
going to be,
Witt dropped big time because he was in the 350s. Now he's
yeah, it was like
330.
353 is where he was at one time, and now so it's narrowing down. But here's the thing: pushing Aaron Judd is right behind him is Valimir Guerrero from Toronto. He's batting 324.
Mm.
So it's moving right along there, and it's getting close. Aaron Judd has got 51 home runs. He's still sitting on it. Otani's right behind him with 44, and Aaron Judd is still leading with the RBIs at 124. And closest to him is 105. So we'll still keep an eye on that and see if he don't get that triple crown. And let's see here if I get it brought up. The wild card race. Let me see. Let me go ahead and mention it as of right now. Over in the American League, right now you got Baltimore and Minnesota are in with a wild card right now.
Okay.
So along with the Royals. But right now on the outside is the Boston Red Sox 4.5 games behind the Royals. So right now that's your 3 in the American League. It's got the wild card, and then going to the East right now, you've got San Diego's in it, and Arizona Diamondbacks are in it. That's putting 3 teams from the West in the playoffs because the Dodgers are leading the division.
Right.
And that would be the Padres and the Diamondbacks, and the Braves are holding that last spot right now, just a half a game on the Mets. So the Braves,
It's gonna be tight.
it's going to be tight. The Braves are lingering right there on that last spot, and then the Cubs are next behind the Mets is 3.5 games out. So there's going to be a lot to be moving there in the last couple weeks. So let's see what happens. The American League, they've got a little more gap because Boston's 4.5 out behind the Royals. So we'll see what happens. let's see now. I guess that's about it as far as baseball goes.
Cool beans.
And if we want, we'll just move into the next two sports that well, it's
We
really
love the most.
one sport. Yeah, it's one sport, but
It's just two divisions, two
two
rankings.
you got college and you got the NFL. And I'm gonna go ahead and mention this on our picks that we did over the weekend. I went 18-4, and you went 14-8.
Yeah,
So,
sound about right.
but while we're here, we did. I did get one. I guess you did too. We got one of the upsets last night. Florida State fell to BC 24-21.
Yeah, we was talking about that. And I was like, funny thing, that was a score last time when they lost to Georgia Tech, 24-21. I was like, is Florida setting a standard that they can't score over 21 points? All you gotta do is get over 21 points. You got these guys beat.
That's it. And then Texas A&M blew it for us. That'd have been the second upset. But they lost to Notre Dame. I think it was
Yeah.
a 7-point game as well. But it was that was a close game. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was tied at halftime, and everything. And that was going on while we was doing our. No, was it? No, it was still on. I think when we was doing our podcast coming the other day, Saturday, but it wasn't finished. I don't think.
You're right.
Because that game got finished late. I'm trying to see where the score is on that one. Right there it is. It was actually it was 23-13. So Texas A&M lost by 10.
10. Okay.
So and Texas and they played at Texas A&M, and that's a hard place to play. Because because it's even named, you got the 12th man, which is so that's a tough place to play, and we'll see what happens from on here on out with Notre Dame and Texas A&M. And to me, after last night, Florida State should even be ranked. They should fall out of the top 25.
They should. Remember, we was talking about that. If they lose to Boston College, if they lost 2 weeks in a row, we thought they would be dropped, and they dropped
So
the first two.
yeah, and the first two that they were supposed to win, and did not. So and they I don't know. I guess Florida State was buying in all the hype that was going on and everything else, and like West Virginia did, bought in all the hype, and they forgot to show up to see the rest of the game or whatever. But they just Florida State, they talked about you can lose a game, and what you can now since you got the 12-team playoff, you can lose a game and still make the playoff. But Florida State losing two, and both of those are two ACC opponents.
And
So
it's not like they could just drop the first two and they're gonna win out the rest of the season.
no, because somewhere down through there, they're gonna have.
They got some hard games coming.
They got to play Clemson, which Clemson didn't have a good showing, which they was playing Georgia. So Clemson got beat 34-3, but yeah, it's going to be see how it goes from there. And this coming week here, we got some games coming up. Like I said, you and I, if we want, can pick. We'll do the top 25 picks and then some games outside the top 25. We might as well, since West Virginia is in the Big 12, we'll go ahead and do the Big 12 picks as well.
Cool beans, because we only got 2 NFL games to got to pick because the other games will be after our Saturday show. So we only got 2 before that. So
well, we've already picked those. We've already got those picks for this weekend. We did that last.
We did. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we got the whole slate for the weekend for the for the NFL, so we don't have to do that. We've already got that. Um, now,
That's right. We sure did. That's right. We did.
let's see. Now, there's games coming up Friday, starting out with college. And you got starting at 7 o'clock. You got Western Illinois and Indiana. And since we're going to go ahead and do some picks out of the Big 12 along with the top 25, you got BYU and SMU. If
SMU.
SMU for you, and
It's a Texas team, so I'm going with.
that is a Texas team. I'm gonna go BYU. Then later on that night, you got Duke and Northwestern, and then you get into the Saturday game slate, and West Virginia is playing Albany
West Virginia
University.
got that one.
They should, and if they struggle or they lose that, they're in big trouble. Then here's another big game coming up. Saturday at 12. I don't understand this. Well, yeah, I do. It's on Fox. Fox is ruining everything. I don't care, Fox.
Yeah.
You can hear me, Fox. You're ruining everything. I mean, the West Virginia Penn State game should have been a night game. This game should have been a night game. Texas, number 4 Texas, and number 9 Michigan.
Oh
Noon.
yeah, that should have been a night game.
I mean, so Fox is ruining everything. You need to get some night slots. That's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm done about that. So who you gonna pick on this? Texas and Michigan. Texas is number 4, Michigan number 9.
I'm going with Texas.
You're going with Texas. I think I'm gonna go with Texas. Then I went over Ohio State. They're number 2. They're playing Western Michigan. Ohio State
Ohio
should win
State.
that. They should win that easily. If they don't, then they're not a number 2 team in the nation.
No, they shouldn't be.
Penn State is playing Bowling Green.
Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State should win that. But then let's see. You got K State and Tulane. I think K State. Yeah, K State should win that. Let's see. Scrolling on down. Try to find these games. All right, since you want to do the military games too,
We can.
all right. Since all right, Army's playing Florida Atlantic. That's gonna be a tough one.
That's
Army
a
and
tough one for me because I don't know neither one of them teams.
Florida
I
Atlantic.
know Army, but I was like, eh.
I'm gonna go with Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, I'll go with them too because Army. That's the one thing about the military schools. We got the weight limits, so you know the line is not beefy. We
Yeah,
don't have no beefy line.
no. Texas A&M's playing McNeese.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M's going to win that one. And then you got Georgia and Tennessee Tech. Georgia's going to kill them.
Yeah.
Let's see, going on down through here. Notre Dame's playing Northern Illinois. I'm going to go
Dame.
Notre Dame. Then you got Utah and Baylor. Here's where Utah is. Utah's
I think Baylor can take them. I'm
You-
going Texas again.
All right, you got Baylor. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to pull for Baylor. They're playing at Utah. I'm going to go Utah, even though I'm pulling for Baylor. I'm pulling anybody's playing them this year. I'm pulling for. Now here you go. Here's a good one. Number 25, Iowa and Iowa State. Iowa State's a Big 12 school. They're playing at the Hawkeye Stadium. So Iowa State and Iowa. Whew.
I'm going with Iowa, and the only reason why I'm gonna pick Iowa, Caitlin Clark came from there.
I'll go with Iowa too. And then we'll go with scrolling down through here and see what I got. I'm not seeing no more. There got to be more ranked games, which I missed at the 3 o'clock slate. Old Miss, six in the country, playing Middle in Tennessee.
Ole Miss.
Then, all right, here's one. Since it's a local school, it's not in the Big 12. Marshall and Virginia Tech. I,
Huh.
I'm gonna
My
go
nie-
Marshall. I'm going Marshall.
my nieces go to Marshall. I got two nieces at Marshall, so let me show some team spirit and go Marshall.
Well,
But I don't know.
you
I think Virginia Tech might take that one. Though.
well a few years ago, Marshall pulled one off in Virginia Tech a few years ago. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go Marshall on that.
Yeah, we'll go Marshall.
19 ranked. Miami's playing Florida A&M. I'm gonna go Miami.
I hate Miami, but I just don't think Florida. I already went against Miami once this year and lost, so yeah, I don't need no more strikes against me. I'm going Miami. As
All
much as I
right.
hate them.
Let's see now. I'm scrolling on down through here. All right. Here's a Big 12 team, UCF and Sam Houston. I'm gonna go UCF.
I'm gonna go Sam Houston.
You're stuck on them Texas teams, ain't you?
Yeah.
All right. Alabama and South Florida. This is gonna be an easy one, I think. Alabama.
Alabama and South Florida. Oh yeah, let's go Bama.
Then number 11, Missouri and Buffalo. That's an easy one.
Yeah,
Mizzou,
Missouri.
Mizzou, Mizzou. And then you got Kansas and Illinois. Kansas is 22nd, ranked 22nd. Whew, this will be the first test for Kansas this year. Um, and then, if I'm not mistaken, what's today's date? Yeah, okay, yeah, this will be their first test. They're playing Illinois in Illinois. I'm gonna go with Kansas.
Hmm.
Who you got? Kansas.
I'm going Kansas too.
So, and then let's scroll on down here. See what we got. Uh, Surely there got to be some bigger games on. All right, LSU is playing. They're number 13 in the country playing. I don't know how you say that name. Nichols.
Nichols.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go
Nichols.
LSU.
LSU.
Oh, I know what you. That's the Louisiana team. Nacogdoches.
No, is that how you say it?
Nacogdoches. Yeah, I got to thinking about it. I was like, who can, man? It's Nacogdoches.
All right, and then here's, I guess, your evening shift big slate game. Number 15 ranked Tennessee and 24 North Carolina State.
Do I have an upset already? I'm going Volunteers.
You going Tennessee? All right,
I'm going Tennessee.
I'm gonna go North Carolina State. I don't know why that done that. NC State. All right, here's a Big 12 team. Colorado and Nebraska. I'm going Nebraska on this.
Uh, Nebraska. Yeah. It is Natchitoches. Let me rephrase that. It is. Let me go redo that. That turns out it is Natchitoches. Nacogdoches is Texas.
All right, you got well, no, they're not in here. Yeah, they're ranked. So Oklahoma, number 16th ranked Oklahoma is playing Houston, which Houston's a Big 12 school though. I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm going Oklahoma.
You going Oklahoma, and then Clemson's playing Appalachian State, and that could be a big trap game for Clemson. Because
Hmm.
just think about this: they just got demolished by Georgia. Only scored 3 points against Georgia. A few years ago, Appalachian State has been, they knocked off Michigan some time ago. They were ranked in the top 10. No, it wasn't Appalachian State. That was yeah, I think it was Appalachian State. Appalachian State has knocked off some ranked schools early, and it's been known to do so.
Let's go Appalachian State on this one.
So, you know what? I think I'm going to go with you on that too. I'm going to go Appalachian State. So, Appalachian State is going to beat Clemson. There's our upset. Appalachian State, and you've got Appalachian State. We should be all right. You got number 3 Oregon playing Boise State. I'm going Oregon on this.
Yeah, Oregon.
Then Arizona is ranked 21st. They're playing Northern Arizona. I'm going Arizona.
Arizona.
Judah says Arizona too.
Okay.
Texas Tech, they're not ranked. That's a Big 12 school, but they're playing Washington State.
I've been going with the Texas teams. Let's go with Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, and I'm going Tech because that's a Washington State Pac-12. Oh, well, I guess old Pac-12. I don't know if they're still in there or not. Tell you the
Pac
truth.
2. The Pac 2.
They're supposed to rebuild that back with a bunch of smaller schools. And you got USC is playing Utah State. They're ranked 23rd. I guess I'll go with USC.
That's a hard one. I think I'm going to have to go with Utah State.
You going Utah State?
Yeah.
And that's our lineup. Pick the lineups there for 4. Let me make sure. I don't think there should be no hits yet.
You missed one. You said said earlier Duke and Northwestern, but we never did pick anything on that because I was going Northwestern.
All right, we back up. Which Duke, that's an ACC team. We can pick that one if you want. Duke and Northwestern.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Northwestern.
All right, I'll take Duke. And you took Northwestern. All right. And there's our pick lineups for this weekend's college picks. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, West Virginia will be able to bounce back and play it all.
Yeah, I think Albany. They should. I mean, like.
But now, I'll mention a little bit on that game there, which, and I can't remember if I mentioned it in the live cast Saturday, and I hate to gripe on officials, but it was bad on both sides. I mean, for both ways, either way, they missed some big calls right before halftime. It was pass interference, which they didn't, offensive pass interference, which they did not call. It put a touchdown on the board right before halftime for Penn State. They gave us a first down on 4th down that we were short. Our touchdown, I do believe we were short on too, but it was both ways. They it just wasn't the best officiating. Um, but I don't know. But West Virginia, I mean, I don't know what it is. They're used to that. They don't get the best. I don't know. I don't
Right.
know what it is when it comes to that, but they're playing Albany. They should do all right there. And I'm still disappointed that Texas and Michigan game was a noon kickoff. I mean, Fox is ruining everything.
I know. Even the schools should be mad because they would make more money if it was at 7 p.m. versus 12 p.m.
More people would watch it.
Exactly.
Um, you got all these. I don't know. They got to do something. Something's got to happen there. But well, you think Fox has got to be paying big money to get that slot.
Yeah, they did pay.
Because Fox is paying them schools big money because that's taken away, like you said, that's taken away from a lot of audience watching though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, but now that's about it for college, and we are getting ready to kick off the NFL coming in a couple days.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that. I've done finished all my fantasy leagues last night, my last ones, and um, I just can't wait for Thursday to get here, and you got Friday and then the weekend, and we'll get that rolling. Which will, if you want, you want to go over our picks from Saturday with the NFL.
Let's go. We got time.
All right, okay, all right. Kicking off Thursday night, you got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Ravens. We both picked Kansas City on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, from one of my buddies told me, being a Ravens fan, he's worried about the secondary because it's a new scheme. He's worried on how that's going to work starting out, especially against Pat Mahomes.
I'm worried they're gonna forget about the run again. It's just like that's how they lost in the playoffs to KC. We
Well,
run all first half and then come in the second half throwing.
they went and got Derrick Henry, so maybe they haven't forgot. They did. They that playoff game, they only ran the ball 8 times, and the run's what got them there. So I say they'll do better on that side of it. And another thing with Kansas City, Hollywood Brown, he's not playing Thursday, but he is probably going to be back quicker than they thought. They said his progress is doing good,
Okay.
so he won't be out as far out as they thought. And I was looking at the Kansas City Chiefs depth chart because it came to my phone, and Hardman, they signed Hardman back over in the offseason,
Yeah.
but he's way down on the depth chart, way. But so we'll see what happens with that. And then you
I
got
seen Tony was an unsigned free agent.
Tony.
Kadarius Tony, Mr. Drop Hands.
Oh yeah. They got rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, who going to sign him? I mean, he dropping everything all the time. So, and then Friday the Eagles and the Packers. So, and like I said, I think I mentioned Saturday. I mean, it's hard to take put a lot of stock in that game being played in Brazil.
Yeah.
I
Both
mean,
teams that have jet lag.
yeah, you're traveling a different, which I don't know when they got there. You got probably a different atmosphere and everything else. It may play into it,
Right.
but I don't know. And
It would be
so,
smart if both teams is there right now.
which I'd say they probably are. Well, we'll see. Well, I don't know. We don't know. I'd say this is Tuesday. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'd say they are because they're. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to, as a player. I wouldn't want to go there and play. The crime rate in that area is out the roof. I mean,
Yeah, and they was talking
it's
about
not.
some don't wear no green because the gang is like, oh shit. I like
It's
I wouldn't. Mm.
it's not like going somewhere else and running around this. I'm gonna go to this store. I'm gonna try this out. I mean, I don't know if I'd be doing that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like you can go anywhere. but going over there, and then I seen where you seen where they released that receiver that got shot for the 49ers. They released him from the hospital.
Yeah.
He's going to be. They said he'll miss 4 games. I think it is. He'll be out 4 games.
Hmm.
It's just amazing. He's still alive. I mean, he took a shot to the chest. Well, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, and then all these other games that's slotted, and I can't wait to see who. And did we never did? Did you ever do your picks? I sent you for the standings.
Oh, the divisions. No, I never
Yeah,
did.
I
Cause
about forgot about that. And since you got a pen and paper, write yours down. I
I
don't.
just got just I'm just gonna pull up your list that you sent me because it said we differ on a few.
I'm trying to get it pulled up right here.
All right, I got your list right here. You got AFC. You had Dolphins first, Jets, Bills, Patriots. I agree with that. The AFC North. You had Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I say Ravens, but I was gonna give Bengals next, Browns, then Steelers. We just switching the Bengals and the Browns. And then in the South, you got Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. I'm switching Jaguars and Titans. I think Jaguars are gonna come up last in that division. And then in the West, you got Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. We are in agreement there. NFC.
You gonna like this one?
You had Commanders, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. I got Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles, Giants.
I've got the Commanders, the sleeper.
Yeah, they're gonna be sleeping right down at that bottom in that third spot. Then we got the North. You had Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears. We are in agreement. And then in the South, you got Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers. I think the Bucks are going to actually finish top of that division. I would say Bucks, Falcons, Saints. I still giving the Falcons too much stock. I don't know about Kirk Cousins. I just don't know about Falcons. Period. They're gonna finish third.
But
I'm going Bucks, Saints, Falcons, Panthers. Then
let's
our
see.
last division, 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams. I will switch to Rams and Cardinals. I think Cardinals is coming up last in that division.
Could be. Now the Bucks. Now I will say this: the Bucks can easily finish first, and win that division. It just all depends on how the Falcons is one of those teams that you don't know how they're going to come out and play,
Exactly. You don't know. They're the
and
sleeper.
they could come out and only lose 6 games, finish not only losing 6 games on the year.
Hmm.
They're loaded with talent. Kirk Cousins uh, has always been a quarterback to put up numbers, and I figure he's got one of the best running backs in the league there with Robinson.
Yeah.
So he's got weapons on offense. It's all depending on how that defense plays,
Yep.
too.
And
So,
two, this is the thing that gets me. It's like, where he just came off an injury, so he didn't play any during preseason. It's like, so you don't know what he's gonna do. We don't know what Aaron Rodgers is gonna do. He didn't play any during preseason. I don't know if Joe Burrow got
well,
in at preseason or not. So
I don't think so either. No, no, I think Zach Taylor said he's seen enough of Joe in practice that there was no need to put him out there. Now, here's my thing. I think the NFL set up Aaron Rodgers playing again on a Monday night in San Francisco against one of the top defenses in the NFL.
yep.
So I think he got set up. We'll see what happens. I mean, because he didn't play either, which I don't blame
Uh,
him. I don't blame a franchise at all for not playing a quarterback during preseason. That was hurt last year. So you had Joe
I
Burrow, you had
I have mixed emotions
Rodgers,
on that. I have
you
mixed
had
emotions on that. I don't want my guy that I'm paying all this money to on the first game find out, oh, he's still hurt. I don't want to
well,
find out then.
I think they'll know by practice way he's moving if he's hurt or not. I would think so.
Yeah, you should, I
When they
guess.
go, I guess when you're going through your drills and everything else, they would know. Hey, he's not 100% everything else. But we'll see what happens on Monday night with that game. And the
Hmm.
game I'm curious. I don't know which way it's going to go. Is your Cowboys and the Browns in Cleveland?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna go just fine.
The Browns are
Cleveland's
going
gonna
to
take
win.
the L.
The Browns are going to win. We'll see what happens with that because there's another quarterback that was out hurt and he's coming back. Is Watson?
Hmm.
So is he going to be up to where he was last year when he went down hurt? So that's another thing to look at there as well. And then and seeing how Cowboys are going to fare with missing their top cornerback
I
for
know.
on defense. So
Bland is gone for 6 to 8 weeks.
and that's going to be a big hurt there. So we'll see what happens with that. That's a game I'm going to try to keep an eye on there.
Yep.
So, but that game there, I've got a lot of my fantasy football players in. So I've got Dak in a lot of the leagues. So we'll see what happens.
Right. And then you know what that got me about Cleveland? When I was talking about the unsigned free agents, Hunt is an unsigned free agent right now.
Yeah, he's not. They're loaded with running backs. Cleveland, they've got Jerome Ford.
Yeah, they have four back. Gus
Foreman's on the roster. And then Nick Chubbs will be coming off. I think he's going to
IR
be
soon.
IR after 4 games. He's going to miss 4.
Yep.
So he he's going to be. So they're loaded with backs. I think they even got one more back over there. So we'll see. They would because they got 3, and then you got Chubbs on the IR. So he'll be coming up off IR. So I mean, there's a lot. Where did Fournette? Did Leonard Fournette ever land anywhere?
Not that I know of. But
See,
I
all right,
don't remember seeing his name on that free agent still out there list. So he might have went somewhere. He had to gone somewhere because I don't remember seeing his name on that list.
if not, if he was still out there, there's 2 good backs, Kareem Hunt and Fournette.
Hmm.
That's out there. If someone could pick up,
Yep. There was about a good 6 or 7 players on there that you would have thought had. I just the ones I remember was that Kadarius Tony because I was laughing my tail off.
so yeah, our picks. I'll run down them real fast from the NFL. Uh, I done mentioned the Kansas City game. We both picked KC. You picked the Packers. I picked the Eagles. Uh, Atlanta and Pitt. You picked Pitt. I picked Atlanta. The Bills. I don't know who the Bills are playing, but we both picked the Bills on that game. Right here, I got the schedule right here. Let me scroll down. Uh,
I think it was Arizona or somebody.
I don't know why this is not in order.
It was somebody we thought was gonna be sorry.
All right, it was Arizona. It was Arizona and the Bills, and we both picked the Bills on that. Tennessee is playing Chicago. We both picked Tennessee.
Hmm.
Cincinnati is playing New England at Cincinnati. We both picked Cincinnati on that. Houston is playing at Indianapolis. We both picked Houston. Jacksonville is at Miami. We both picked Miami on that. Um, Carolina at New Orleans. We both picked New Orleans. The Vikings are playing at the Jets at the G-Man. We both picked the Vikings. The Chargers are playing the Raiders. We both picked the Chargers on that as well. And then got Seattle and Denver. We both picked Seattle. And then Dallas and Cleveland. You missed this one. You picked Dallas. I got Cleveland. And then Washington and Tampa Bay. I went with Washington. You went with Tampa. And I hate to go against Tampa because I think Tampa's going to be a team that's going to compete. And you got Detroit and Los Angeles Rams. We both went with Detroit. And then Monday night, the Jets and the 49ers. We both got the 49ers.
Mhm.
So we'll see what unfolds with that. And just go from there. I'm excited. Can't wait to see it start kicking off. Hopefully, I can get some time to watch some of these games. I'm gonna try to watch that game Thursday night. So, little girl's got soccer practice at 6:30. So my wife may have to take her so I can stay home. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That game is that an 8 o'clock game? I think it is. Ain't it?
Yeah.
That'll give us time. We 6:30, 7:30. We'd have to rush home, but yeah, it's 8:20. Oh yeah, that give me time. That 20 minutes
Mhm.
right there. So it's always later than what they say. So
Yeah, even though
about
it's
eight
8:20,
thirty.
it ain't gonna
Yeah,
start till 8:30.
8:30. Yeah, that's it. So, but I guess anything else you want to mention before we get off here? That hours went by pretty quick,
It
and
sure did. But
we all this talking we put Judah to sleep. So he's saying he's saying we're bored. We're boring. But no, if you don't have anything else, we'll end it like we always do. If there's anybody out there, any of your veterans or anybody that's thinking about hurting themselves, we got the crisis quick
and that quick number, the
hotline, and
quick
that
number
quick
is the
number
best one they can remember.
988 is
Yep.
that number. You always give it a call, and they'll get you in contact with somebody. Anybody can call that. No, even if you're not a veteran or whatever, call that, and they'll get you in contact with somebody or transfer you to the right number. And the number is 1-800-273-8255, or you just do the quick number 988. And any veterans are out there, or anybody that's serving, it's in the military. I mean, go get some help if you need it. Your local VA medical centers have people on staff 24/7. You can just go to the ER, tell them you need to talk to somebody, and they'll get you in contact with the people that you need. And also, we don't mention this a lot. I'll go ahead and mention it. And if there's any veterans out there that is homeless, there is all kinds of stuff at the VA center, medical VA center, that you can go. They can get you help, get you food, get you in a place, get you off the street. All you got to do is go there and ask, and they'll get you in the right direction. I do know that for a fact. Our local VA has that. And so just
E-
go and ask.
Exactly. We don't need any vets out there on the street, some homeless vets. I mean, like, this is something that can be avoided. I think a lot of the vets that are homeless don't even know about what they can get.
No, and also they do, our local VA, they do a food drive once a month.
Hmm.
Um, and that is out there for anybody that that's needing food as well, or if not even needing food, if you're on a low end budget. I mean, that's the thing. You can go and once a month they get a food box, and then it's good. It's good to have.
Yep.
Well, if that's all you got, Beans, is that it?
That's it.
Well, I guess we'll be live Saturday at 9. And y'all stay safe for the rest of the week, and we'll see you then.
See you then.